A little bit about my intro. Born in Costa Rica and raised right here on Maui. I was raised in Kula. Went to Kula Elementary. I was brought down to Hookipa by Justin Roberson, the late great Justin Roberson, the legend, and he kind of opened the door for me down here, introduced me to some of the heavyweights. Lisa Wallace was running the show and surfing really good, and Justin pretty much kind of gave me that elevation of the contest excitement and just the whole athletic zone of surfing down here at Hookipa. And from Kula, hitchhiking down when I was a kid, eventually ended up in Haiku, and then basically right here is my home. I live here now full time, 24/7, and you come down here, you look for my van or look for my car. I got a couple rides, and I got surfboards. That's all I own, and here's my life. This job done on the forefront
Out there.
front yard access. You know the deal. Probably this year was one of my scariest times out in the lineup. It was big, and in the evening the guards get off, like all my friends are the guards here, they get off at 4:45. I paddled out, and it was big. There was what I thought, solid 8-footers Hawaiian style, and it turned out it was bigger. It was a little bigger, and I ended up way outside. We have our main rock, and then there's a series of reef patches, and it was starting to get dark, and I kind of couldn't tell. I was thinking I was all the way down by the point when I was looking in, and I look in one more time, and I'm actually deep at pavilions beyond where you need to be or want to be. And I figure I better start stroking back this way and get to the safe spot and try to get one and get in, because it was huge and I hadn't even got one yet. And I start stroking a little more back, towards town and in, which I probably shouldn't have. And right there, probably the biggest set of the whole swell came. Probably like a 15-footer, like 30-foot face, a big set. And the thing just caught me right on the head. The first one sucked me under and somehow wrapped my leash around both my legs. And I was underwater, just leash around the legs and going, oh boy, time to relax and let the thing just pummel me. And it took a lot of life out of me. And when it came up, it was number 2, again, right on my head. And luckily the leash had unwrapped and I was kind of in a safer zone and feeling a little more like I could get my board, and luckily no leash was broken and the board was still in one piece. And it was getting dark, it was pretty gnarly. I turned around, the third one breaks a little further out, and I'm going to take this whitewash ball in and somehow make my way around by secrets and up the rocks before dark, and my board had hit me in the face. That's probably the scariest situation I've been in out here ever for 47 years. It shook me, it rattled me. The next day I was right back out here. we have a big pack of kids down here. I mean, you could call 20 kids at once, all in this pavilion right here, just causing havoc, raising hell, and we don't really have that as much. As all the old timers of my age group, they've had families and kids, and a lot of them aren't around no more. But you guys, all these new youngsters, are pretty heavy too. I mean, the Robersons and Guy Nelson right here. There's a whole load of them. King Kong the Grom, and I could go on for days. And that's the main thing is just the pack of kids has maybe gotten smaller, more compact, and it's just, I mean, top-notch athletes, to say the least, still. Just not as big as a frenzy of a rat pack like we had, and we regulate, Regulating this spot right here at Pavils, that was one of our things. It was pretty much just us. And the outsiders would come drifting in and bail and disappear, and we kind of held it down for a long time. Out here for 47 years, and guys come trying to blend in, and they want to paddle under me or paddle around me. I'm going to stuff them. I'm going to burn them. That's stayed real. That's just the regulation that we set a precedent. That was our thing, was to stationary our wave here for us and guard it with our best abilities. And we still do that. I mean, even at my age, I feel like a kid again, surfing, out here, and still hungry. To me, it's a point break. To me, it's my perfect home point break. And if you look now, there's nobody out. Firing, nobody out. I mean, what more could you ask for? And most people probably think surfing here every day gets old and tiring, and everywhere else will start breaking, and I'll just stay here until I get sucked out to sea and wrapped around the point and dragged up the rocks. You'll see me in all those surf meadows and mess around over there too, but mainly I try to stay at Pavils until it's too much, too big, wash me on the rocks. And it kind of just continues. We get different swell directions every day. Something I look at, and the tides are changing, and really, the tides are kind of major at Pavils. The low tide with a big gnarly north swell could get, pretty grindy. On a daily basis, it's just me and Pavils. That's pretty much what it comes down to.